gotta click. What wrong? What's up, everybody? How is everybody doing tonight? Welcome to the Pillars of Action. Everybody's still awake, so I can do that screaming. What's up, everybody? Glad to have you here. I'm the Everyday Dad here for your wonderful foray into Pillars of Actionness. I don't know what all the hand waving thing. Hold on, I'm still hearing my music. Let's mute that so that I don't have to hear the music anymore. You guys can't hear it anymore, but thanks for joining us. We've got an awesome show for you tonight. My co-host, my everyday life partner, is obviously not here with me right now. She normally would sit here in these chairs are so great. I love them. I love these chairs. Thankfully, I get to sit in these chairs tonight, and we're going to talk about some awesome stuff. We're going to talk about Apple products. We're going to talk about the Mavic 2. Oh, we're going to talk about the DJI Live event. We're going to talk about this giveaway. We've got this huge... I'm sick of picking this thing up, so we're going to give away this Moza Air, and I've got all the contestants. Hold on, I'll show you guys who I am currently tracking for the contestants. So here we've got 90 entrants. Oh, whoa, we're seeing each other. You guys are going to see what I see when I see you, so that's kind of weird. So we've got everybody. We will do the giveaway here at about the midpoint, and then we'll go from there. So let's go to the comments right now. I see Jeff Baker, Queen Awesome Gaming, Life, Let's Talk Tech, Life, iSpike, Jim Crinnan, Jonathan Maxwell, green accent lights for the green chairs. You're right. Nope, not up in here. We're going to change it. It's blue. It's blue now. Not up in here, Jonathan. So I was actually waiting. I wasn't specifically waiting for that joke, but I was waiting for somebody to make the joke about the light, and then I was going to change the color just so I could be fancy. So, boom. So I was on a live stream earlier in the week with a channel called Technically Speaking. If you don't follow them, you should. They do great stuff, and they're also Ohioans. Oh, they're also from Ohio, and I dropped the mic on theirs, but it's terrible if you drop the mic. So, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. So, thanks everybody for joining me. I'm just excited to start talking. So, a few admin notes before we get started. So, if you were awesome enough to receive one of these in the last live stream, they were mailed out today. We mailed out 4 of them, I think. So the way you get one of the, well, you don't get this specifically because these are postcards that are kind of getting grimy, but we have some nice magnets that look exactly like this, and Everyday Dad business cards that we just got in. If you want an Everyday Dad business card, the way that you get one of these is you do a super chat of $5 or more, and you got to send us your address. So we sent out 4 today. But if you did a super chat last week and you didn't send me your address, you still got to send me your address. If you want one of these, you can do a super chat of $5 or more, and you can get, well, again, not this specific thing, because I need to get one of the magnets just to show, so we actually show what we're talking about. But that's what we're talking about is the magnets. Lloyd Mendenhall for the Everyday Wife for new material for the chairs. Thank you so much, Lloyd. We do need new chairs. That's what I heard you say anyway. That's what I heard anyway. So, yeah, let's start with the first thing that we had in the... Actually, you know what? We'll do it backwards. We'll talk about Apple products in a little bit. Let's talk about the DJI Live event next Friday, or this Friday. The Friday that's happening the soonest, other than a Friday that might happen a week after that. So, I was fortunate enough to be invited to the DJI event in New York City on Friday, but I wasn't able to make my calendar work, so unfortunately we won't be able to make it to that. It would have been awesome. I think 51 Drones, he's a regular here, is going. I think Original Dobo, I know him from Twitter, he's going. I think a lot of the drone people are heading out, so you should definitely check their channels for the coverage. I will hope, maybe when you spurn them, they don't invite you again, but here was hoping that we'll get a chance to go next time. It would have been awesome. I actually will be in New York City a whole bunch coming up here pretty soon, so that's why it wasn't able to work out on the work out for the calendar purposes. But we are really excited. So there's been a lot of speculation about the Mavic 2. I haven't really wanted to talk about it too much yet because it's just been poof speculation rumors. But I think we've kind of gotten some solid foundations of things that we can talk about. I mean, there's been enough leaks that I think we know what's coming out on Friday. So I think, if we follow what came out in that magazine that was leaked with all the magazine that was leaked with the early reporting stuff. I'm doing a shadow on my face, aren't I? Okay, I can't. Lesson learned, I can't put my face. So, also, lesson, we've got, lights, and they're blinding, and we may not do this lighting scheme again. This is a new lighting scheme. Dennis Lovelady, $10. I need one of those stickers. Heard I missed the sale price. Well, thanks so much, Dennis. We really appreciate it. So, yeah, I think from the rumors, there's going to be 2 DJI Mavic 2s released, which is not confusing at all. One's going to be a zoom, and one's going to be the Hasselblad 1-inch sensor. So when we talk about drones and 1-inch sensors, currently DJI has a drone line that has the 1-inch sensor on it. And you know what? Why do we call them 1-inch sensors? Like, if somebody knows the science or the technology behind why they're called 1-inch sensors, please let me know, because it's not like this is roughly what, like an inch? The sensor's not an inch in any direction in any way, shape, or form. So I don't understand why they're called a 1-inch sensor. But anyway, my technical non-knowledge technicalities, whatever, me not knowing stuff aside, I do think it's going to be kind of cool to have a 1-inch sensor on a portable drone. That's the one that I'll get. I'm not, like, zoom is not, it's cool. Like we saw in the Anafi when I tried it out, I like that it had a digital zoom, but I would rather have the 1-inch sensor over the zoom capability because I've seen enough dolly zooms, in my time. So I'm excited for the 1-inch sensor looks like. So, for example, if you're looking for, like, man, what's a camera that I know of that has an equivalent sensor size? So the Canon G7X series are 1-inch sensors. The Panasonic LX series are most of them, like the LX10 is a 1-inch sensor. The Sony RX series is a 1-inch sensor. If you've liked, so in the last few weeks, or in the last week, if you've seen the intros to my videos where I'm trying to do like in a world where Batman talks about camera gear on YouTube, yeah, that kind of stuff, those are all filmed with a Sony RX 100 Mark V Alpha. So that's the kind of stuff that you can do with a 1-inch sensor. And if you could do that with a drone, that would be pretty cool. So I'm excited to see what they can do. Some other things that I'd like to see, because I haven't, I don't try to follow the speculation. I like to be surprised when there's a keynote that goes on, because I guess it all kind of comes back to like my very first, when we really started kicking the channel off back in, June of 2017. I saw the DJI Spark press release. I had no idea what they were talking about. It shattered my mind with how cool it was going to be. And I was like, you know what? I am on board with what they're talking about. I'm excited. So I try not to follow the speculation. I don't really watch the videos talking about like all the rumors and stuff. So I don't actually know what they're going to do. But here's what I hope to see. And I'm hopped up on caffeine right now, if you haven't seen. I've got my generic brand. So I found if I buy generic brand cola, diet soda, I can drink a whole bunch more of it because it's like way cheaper. And so I'm all hopped up on caffeine, all the time. All the time. So what I hope to get out of a Mavic Pro 2, obviously the 1-inch sensor, I would like if we could get 360-degree obstacle avoidance. And if we could get some, like, legitimate obstacle avoidance, I'd be pretty happy about that. Especially if they could get, like, what the Air has. If they could fit the Air's obstacle avoidance system inside the Mavic Pro 2 with the Mavic Pro Platinum's quietness and a 1-inch sensor, I don't know what else. I don't know what else to say. That would probably be, like, the perfect, like, travel drone. Because I don't like big drones. Well, I mean, I like big drones, but I don't like using them because I don't carry them around. I don't really like big gear in any way, shape, or form. I use lots of little tiny gear. You may have noticed because I like talking about my gear a lot. And as soon as gear starts getting big and it doesn't fit my tiny camera bag that's over there, then I'm like, well, you know what? Maybe we don't need it as much, and I just won't bring it around. But Bill, Utah, we are definitely not sponsored by Coke Cherry Zero. We moved to the Washington, D.C. area where cost of living is much higher. Cost of bad habits like Coke Cherry Zero has gone through the roof. So cost of, like, we have to balance the cost if I want to still do it. So we might be, we're definitely not sponsored by, what is this? It is Cola Zero Calorie. That's fancy. It's distributed by Foodhold USA. So, wait, in 2011? How old is this? I'm not kidding. I don't think you guys will be able to see that, but it says, like, in 2011, like, right there. Man, that's how you can tell when something is really old. That could be kind of gross. So, yeah, the Mavic, don't spill it. Okay. Mavic Pro 2, I'm pretty excited about it. I'll be watching the live stream. Hopefully, I won't be able to go to the event. I hope so. There's like a YouTuber. I forget her name off the top of my head, but she's like a way bigger tech channel. She does like really awesome videos. And she was just, if she was on Casey Neistat's channel. So I reached out to her. I was like, hey, I'm not using mine. Hopefully DJI will let me transfer my invitation to her so she can actually attend. And that would be really awesome. Really awesome. Mark Tardo, yeah, that definitely explains the cheap part. Tom's Garrett's outdated soda. There is no, it ages. Like, I don't know if you guys know this, but I'm a connoisseur of diet cheap soda. The longer you let it rest, the better it gets. It gets better with age. Gets better with age. Diego Ricaldo, where's the everyday wife's mom, and did you end up sleeping on the chairs? I have not yet had to sleep on the chairs because we still have them. So what I wanted to do, and I talked about this on again, the Technically Speaking live stream the other day, is something that I wanted to do was like, we have super chats. So I was going to be like, hey, if we hit a certain super chat level, maybe we'll make a video where we, break these chairs. Okay, I didn't hear a gasp, so I don't think she's watching. So I think we're safe. But that's what I wanted to do. And maybe, when's the next time she's out of town? Because how much trouble could, okay, so families, how much trouble? Like, I know there would be some trouble. There'd be some, you can't escape trouble if I were to, get rid of these chairs. But, how much? Comment below. Let's see, on a level of, 1 to sleeping outside, how much trouble? We'd get into trouble. But, I've been in trouble before. But, how much? Let's see how much. Christina, they're not... They're terrible. We could get some cool chairs. We could have, cool backdrop. And we could, we'll change the color up again. What color do we want? That's the light. There. We're purple now. We're purple. Keep the chairs. Your average dad, what's up, man? Kenneth Duke, you can get 2 workouts in. Axe them, workout 1. Mom with axe, workout 2. Me running away from mom with the axe is workout 2. North Florida Adventures. Well, it's not. I'm not scorning her. I'm just getting rid of her chairs, which... I haven't gotten any angry texts or anything. So the reason she's not here is the everyday father-in-law is in town, and she's hanging out with him, which is awesome. Love everyday father-in-law. But she's not. I don't think she's watching, because normally when I talk bad about the chairs, I get the angry text messages, and I get all sorts of she's in the comments. So I think we're safe to talk about the chairs right now. But yeah, everybody, it's been an awesome week. I think we're going to cross 40,000 subscribers in the next couple of days, which is, I can't believe that you guys are watching me right now. If we're being frank. So I love doing the channel stuff. I love live stream with you guys. I still to this day, I make a video and even that I get 1 view, it's what? It's crazy. It is crazy. But no, thanks to everybody. I'll probably make a big video when we get to 50,000. That should be in the I guess. Oh, Bill, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to take your job. I'm sorry, Bill. I took your job. I apologize to Bill Utah. So if you don't know, Bill Utah is the official scorekeeper for the Everyday Dad. And I'm sorry. I got so excited. We're coming up on the big round number, and I started talking about it. Christina, she's here? No, I can check the participant. Hold on. Is she in here? Oh, I love the chairs. I love these chairs, guys. That's what I was saying the whole time, right? That's what we were saying the whole time. We love them. We won't get rid of them. Don't dime me out, guys. Thanks for the heads up, Christina. But I haven't gotten anything angry, so let's check. Okay, nothing too crazy. That's hilarious. But no, okay, we'll keep the chairs because they're awesome. Maybe. But no, so yeah, I don't know that I agree with you, Diego Ricalda. But yeah, so I'm just so excited about what we got going on here. It's been an awesome ride. I've mentioned this before. Back last year when we hit 5,000 subscribers, it took us a year last year from January to December to hit 5,000 subscribers. And I was like, oh, next year's goal is 50,000. And I didn't actually think we'd hit it. And now that it looks like we're going to hit it, I just thank you to each and every one of you. We'll probably do a big video at 50. That should be in the September, October time frame. And then, maybe we got to set a big goal for 2019. Got to set a huge goal for 2019. Richie Himes $10 chair cleaning fund. Well, they're not that dirty. They just look dirty because they're wonderful. They're not dirty at all. They're awesome chairs. I love them. Sergey Zavgordany, welcome to the Pillars of Upholstery. The Pillars of Upholstery. Tree. I'm your guest, the Everyday Chair Keeper. I'm your host, the Everyday Chair Keeper. Yeah, new chairs 2019. Yeah. It's just fun to talk about. I like so one of my favorite hobbies besides, YouTube is irritating my wife, and she really she is in love with these chairs. And okay. I'm going to let you guys so instead of like the Everyday Dad here, hey, I'm Gary. I'm not the I'm the regular guy behind the channel. But no, seriously, I don't really have any issues with the chairs. It's all in good fun. It irritates her to think that I hate the chairs. And it's kind of like fun. It's like kind of like fun, like fake YouTube drama to like make for the live stream. It's like, will they, won't they? Will they, won't they? Will they, won't they? I mean, I'm not, because I don't want to sleep outside. Oh, and so again, another note, you may be noticing that people are doing super chats. If you would like your very own Everyday Dad magnet, not these are postcards that are gross. If you'd like your very own Everyday Dad magnet, you can do a super chat of $5 or more, and then afterwards, just shoot me your if you can shoot me a DM or an email with your address, we'll send them out, and we'll go for that. Christina Maxwell, it's great that we've totally derailed your agenda for tonight by talking about the chairs. That is the best. That's the best. That's the whole point of the live stream is. So here's my least favorite part of live streaming: planning the live stream, or taking the thumbnail, or doing the description, or doing any of that stuff. I hate doing that for the live streams, because it's like the whole point of the live streams for me is to like flow and like have fun and just talk to everybody and just like, hang out. Not like, I hate planning out the live streams. Planning out the live stream, if I'm gonna put that much time and effort into the live stream, it might as well just be like another curated video, like just another regular edited video, and that's boring. I like live streaming, but so I do have something. Speaking of live streaming, so there is some debate going on in like the YouTuber space of, does live streaming help or hurt? I don't really care either way, because I enjoy what we're doing here, but I'm going to do an experiment over the next month. So we're going to still live stream, but we're going to do, we mentioned this a few months back, so what we're going to do for the next 30 days, so this will be the last live stream on YouTube for 30 days. Then we will move the live streams to Twitch, so you can still hang out and, hang out with us and have some fun. But I want to see, like, I don't like making statements without having any data to back it up. So I want to see, does live streaming hurt? Does live streaming help? Because if you don't like obsess over YouTube stats like every day, like, I'm trying really hard not to. But there's an argument to be made that, you do the live streams, and then after the live streams are uploaded and they're just a video, people only watch a very small percentage of it, so your audience retention is terrible. Does that hurt a channel? Does that help a channel? I don't know, but we're gonna find out. And so the link to the Twitch channel is below. We already have it all set up. We've been streaming on Twitch we haven't done it since we moved, but we have the whole Twitch channel set up, and we'll hang out there. We'll do it's the exact same thing, the exact same time, the exact same name. Just a different link. You don't have to download anything. You don't have to install anything. You just click the link. It just basically like now, but it'll be purple instead of white. It'll be the same but different. And we're gonna check it out. We're just gonna see. That way we can make some definitive statements. Because I don't like not having data. So I'm not really like a data-driven person, but I like knowing what I'm talking about. And so we're gonna do an experiment. And we'll do, so as part of like to sweeten the pot, we're doing the Moza Air giveaway. Okay, we're not lifting that up again. The Everyday Dad's shoulder. We might have to have surgery on the Everyday Dad's left shoulder coming up here pretty soon. But we're giving away the Moza Air today. We'll give away the Feutech G6, which I'm looking at right now. We'll give that away from Twitch. We'll start that giveaway next week, and then we'll do the giveaway the following week. That'll be the Feutech G6. We got a whole bunch. We got some stuff to give away, actually. You know what? We might do like a surprise giveaway today after the Moza Air, if I can find something else. I think we do have other stuff here, but I'm also in my PJs, so I don't want to like stand up, because like live streaming, I did not actually expect to say that. Hooray! So, everything, Ethan, how many cameras do I own? I own a lot of cameras, actually. So, this is the A7 III. I've got the RX100 Mark V Alpha downstairs in the B-roll station. I kind of moved my B-roll station down there. I've got the SL2. I like it. It's good, but it's okay. And then I've got the A5100, which is also, I mean, it's a budget camera. It doesn't give me all the things that I want, but it's pretty good. I like how easy it is to use. I got 1,000 action cameras and Marketardo. I do have pants on. I do. At least we've got their Snoopy pants. So at least we got that going for us. Did I turn? Have I turned? Am I getting a little red? Embarrassing. But yeah. So what else do we have? So I'm fully switching to Apple. Let's just hop onto that train now too. So we're at 25 minutes. We'll do the giveaway at 35 minutes. Because it's probably gonna. I don't know that all 90 of these people are in here. So like the last giveaway that Help at Home won, where we had to go through like every person, we may need the other 30 minutes just to get through that. So at 35, we will do it. So I am switching up everything back to Apple. We've talked about this before. I guess I don't have a lot of credibility when I say I'm switching back to Apple because I've said that before and then tried switching away from Apple. But now I'm switching back to Apple for one reason, and it's the iWatch or the Apple Watch. Like. That's why it was the thumbnail. Like the Apple Watch, or is it in focus? There. The Apple Watch is like the most legit thing I have ever used in my life. So there's a few things that I need out of a watch. Well, I need it to tell time. I guess the most important thing is I need it to tell time. Time is important for a watch to tell. But things that I like to have is I like to have like fitness tracking. I like to be able to I like to run a lot, so I like having GPS built into it. I like having a lot of the functions of the Apple Watch, and I've tried a whole bunch of watches to like hop into it. So I tried the Fitbit Versa, I tried a TicWatch, I tried a Garmin. I don't think I tried a Samsung watch, but I tried them all and they just didn't work. And then the Apple Watch just works. It has made me move back to my iPhone to make it like a functional package. I prefer it. So the Samsung, the Galaxy S9's right there. It's what all the music was played for because it has a headphone jack, which is useful. And it has like the greatest, my favorite camera that I still carry with me everywhere is that Samsung camera. So now I have to carry two phones around with me because I want to use this watch. I really wish there was a way to use the Apple Watch with the Galaxy S9. It is really important to me. I wish they could do it. But if I could get, so here's what I really want. And if Sony or Apple, if you're watching today, because, you know, the Everyday Dad, you should clearly be watching the Everyday Dad's live stream on Saturday, both Sony and Apple at the same time. If you're watching and you could make, like, me be able to do the connect to the smartphone thing, the A7 III, where I can see what the A7 III is filming from my phone, if you could get that to work with my Apple Watch, I would pay all of the money. I'd pay all of it. All of the money. I would buy that app. That's an app I would buy and not complain about because that would be super, super useful. And I just paid $4.99 to iTunes and App Store. Why did I just pay $4.99? I'm serious. Like, I just paid $4.99 to iTunes and App Store. I assume the everyday family downstairs just bought something while I was talking about spending all the money on the app. But yeah, 100%. We would. 100% we would. Everything, Ethan, you can bind the Apple Watch with a Samsung. Bind the watch to your SIM card, then transfer it to your Samsung. What? Really? If I could, you gotta shoot me a note afterwards, and we'll talk about that. So I actually like the Apple ecosystem. I know. I never used to be an Apple guy, but once I started video editing, I use Final Cut Pro X as my video editor. You can only do that on Apple, so it's kind of like what I'm stuck with to do that. So I actually just kind of like, I'm stuck with Apple for a while now because the computer we're streaming on right now is, so now that the Everyday Dad's kind of like turned into a business, it's a business lease. So I've got a business lease on that computer that takes 2 years. So you've got me for at least 2 more years because I got to make the payments on the computer. So I have that, and then I have this beat up this beat up old MacBook Pro 13-inch, and then I've got my Apple Watch, and then the iPhone that I hate. The weak link of the whole bunch is the iPhone. Maybe these new iPhones that are coming out will be awesome. Mark Nichols, I do believe it is waterproof, because I think, I made a video on it before. Maybe I'll make another video on this, like, a year later. I just bought this like 2 days ago because I was like I said, I was hunting. I was spending a lot of money on like watches that I wanted to be like it, and then it wasn't like it. Whoa, hold on. Daniel Baldry, Australian 25. Hey, Gary, this is Celebrate hitting 40K subs sometime this week. Take your bride out and celebrate. Wait for Bill Utah update on Twitter. Daniel Baldry, I really appreciate it. I won't do anything till I get that official. It's not official until Bill Utah tells me it's official. I mean, so not to derail, but so when you start making YouTube videos, at least when you're me making YouTube videos, we talked about data. I obsess over the data. Like, probably if we were to, is there a way to like see like what I spend the most amount of time on my like on the apps? Because I'm pretty sure that I spend the most time on the YouTube Creator app, always just staring at my analytics, and I'm trying to not do that. So like when I say in Twitter that I really am surprised that I hit a number, when Bill's like, hey, you hit this number, I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe it. That's legitimate because I really try hard not to, because I could all day just sit and like analyze the data, not really understanding what I'm seeing, but like just so long that the numbers are going in a direction I want. So we just came off of a big kick, and then we spent like 2 weeks down, and now we're kind of like on a kick going back up, and it's really awesome, and I'm super happy about it. And yeah, analytics are a blessing and a curse. But and one of the frustrating things about like the analytics of YouTube is nobody really understands like what any of it means. Like, we don't understand like what is going on with it. So it's kind of frustrating that I don't. That's why we're going to do this Twitch thing for a month. We're going to move the live stream to Twitch. We're going to see what happens, and we're going to try to like, we're doing an experiment. So there's a controlled variable that we're just going to change one variable. We're going to see how it affects the ecosystem, and we'll go from there. But I'm pretty excited to see how it is. Adam's Exploits question: can you recommend tripods to you for iPhone 7 Plus for e-commerce photography and possibly using with a GoPro or video camera? I'm using the Smooth Mobile for YouTube. I don't really do a lot of photography. I would just say any tripod would probably work perfect. If you go on like Amazon and type in like cell phone holder, there's all sorts of cell phone holders that have like little quarter 20 mounts in the bottom, and you just screw them on and you go from there. It's pretty easy to use. Democro, I think you're in it, but so just to make it fair for everybody, the way the giveaways work is I'll tell you where to leave your comment. It generally closes like an hour before the videos, and then we'll catch you next time. We always do giveaways, so it's not like you're gonna miss it. We're always doing them, but I gotta keep it fair, and I gotta keep it like super straight and on the narrow, because if we don't, giveaways are really touchy when it comes to like online stuff, because you can't have it be like a lottery, because lotteries are illegal, and you can't have it be like a gambling thing, because gambling is illegal. So it's got to be very strict and very by the book that you have made it, by the rules that you have set for it, or you could the FTC could be breathing down your neck, and I don't want the FTC to be breathing down Ted's neck. Richie Himes, I got my first subscriber. I spent a lot of time looking at my analytics. Oh, I know, man. I spend so much time looking at my analytics. Like, I'm looking at them. I got live streaming analytics set up right there, and I'm trying to not like stare at them, because it's I want to. I'm like, oh look, there's analytics that I can look at right now. Okay, this shadow is starting to drive me nuts. I just looked over and I saw there we go. Shadow is gone. There we go. D. Marshall, let me know when you're done with Twitch. I'll still watch your regular videos. Well, you'll notice, because things will go back to normal, unless it like we get 1 million subscribers in the next month, and it's like, oh my goodness, the Otaku Dad. And so I've thought about Gleam, but so there's a reason I haven't gone to Gleam. I do know about Gleam. The reason I don't go to it is I like the way we do it now, because if I go to Gleam, then it like opens it up to people. Because once you have to. So when you're doing a giveaway, you have to let everybody, you have to invite everybody to it. Or you have to allow everybody to enter. It can't be purchased. Like, you can't purchase into it. Everybody has to be, you can't like make people do things to get into it. Gleam would send it out to everybody, and I couldn't say no to anybody. I like doing I like keeping the giveaways for live streams. People outside of the live streams can find them. I mean, that's obvious because people enter, and we have like the last giveaway where 3/4 of the people weren't here. But I like using the giveaways, and I like giving them away to people that interact like in the live streams. So that's how it goes. So I know I totally understand that Glean is a thing, but I like doing it this way. I like doing it this way. Let's talk life. What is Gleam? It's like a thing where you you do your giveaway through that, but then people like enter into like through Gleam, and then it's like there's like requirements to get like certain number of entries. Like, hey, you send out this tweet, you get an entry. Hey, you subscribe on YouTube, you get an entry. It's stuff like that, and I see a lot of people do it. It looks like a perfectly functional system, and I bet it would be much easier. I bet it would be way easier to actually do than to, like, I typed out all 90 contestants, or not contestants, but all 90 entrants, and then we've got the randomizer here. And, hey, we're at 35 minutes, so let's just get to it. So, that was supposed to be like a drum roll, and it didn't work out nearly as well. So let's get to the giveaway of the Moza Air. I am really excited to get rid of this because I'm sick of lifting it up. So we have got the Moza Air gimbal here. It is really big. It is really powerful. It held up my A7 III with a 24-105. Do I have a place that I can put this so you can see it while we're talking about it? It's really powerful. It held up my A7 III with the 24-105 Sony lens, and that is heavy. So we will, let's see here. Can we move this over here so we can then do this? Okay, so these are the entrants. There, we'll do this. We'll do that. Okay, so these are all 90 of the entrants. So what we're going to do, we have a randomizer here on our phone. It's called Pretty Random. Can you, oh, hold on. It's blocking. Hold on. You guys should be able to see this right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to type in a number between 0 and 90, and then we're just going to find somebody that has it. So, 3. Whoop, why 2? Okay, hold on. We need more caffeine because that clearly didn't work out. That clearly didn't. Okay, now we got the energy. Okay, so 3, 2, 1. Randomize. 15. Who is number 15? Number 15 is Unil Ahan. I can't. Unli Ahan. Unli Ahan, are you here? I can't actually see this. Okay, this is not as good of an idea as I thought it was because I can't actually see it. Unli Ahan, are you here? Okay, let's check the, hold on. Why am I doing that? That is not the right thing. Okay, so we've got, we'll do 10 seconds. Unli Ahan, are you here? Number 15. Number 15. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, Unli Ahan, sorry. Randomize. Number 56. Who is number 56? Red Bolt Entertainment. Red Bolt Entertainment, are you here? Red Bolt Entertainment. Are you being entertained? Red Bolt. Red Bolt, I don't know that you're entertaining me right now because I don't see that you're in here. Hold on. I've got live chat. Red Bolt Entertainment. Yeah, Otaku Dad, this is generally how it goes. I'm not kidding. At the last giveaway that we went through like 30 people before we finally got a winner. Red Bolt Entertainment. Hey, there you are. Congratulations. There we go. Red Bolt Entertainment. Congratulations. I was just getting ready to hit the next randomizer. So congratulations to Red Bolt Entertainment for winning the Moza Air. Ooh. It's been opened because I did open it, but it is brand new. It's never been used. And we'll get you offline where we will talk about shipping information where I can ship it out to you and you get to finally use this big darn thing that I'm sick of carrying around anymore. I've never been more excited of a giveaway because it's been over here. We've been talking about it, and like I've been having some left shoulder. Oh, hold on. Let's get back to before we start talking. Hold on. There we go. So I've been having some like left shoulder problems, and I've been really sick of like doing this. So congratulations to Red Bolt Entertainment. We'll afterwards. I'll just get a hold of you. You can shoot me an email, or if you're on Twitter, if you don't follow me on Twitter, and we'll get in contact, and I'll ship that out to you this week. Congratulations! I'm really excited. It's a really good gimbal. It doesn't have all the functions, but it's pretty fancy. It's a professional camera stabilizing system. So congratulations. And then, like I said, next week we will start the giveaway for the. We'll start the giveaway for the Feiyutech G6 for the GoPro action cameras. That's a gimbal. I don't think we have any more gimbals to give. Oh, we might have another. So we might be like in a month of gimbal giveaways. So if you would like to win the Feiyutech G6, come to our Twitch live stream. You can find it in the description below. We will do that next Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern. That's where we'll do that. So yeah, we talked about Apple. We talked about Gimbal Giveaway. To the questions and answers. If you guys have some questions, I will start answering them. Because, how are we going to do the giveaway next time? We'll have to figure out how to do the giveaway. Hold on. Whoop. 400 AGL, $10. Thanks for doing the giveaways, Ted. Well, thanks so much, Mel. I really appreciate it. Sorry, I got all caught up in my, I almost said GoPro. I got all caught up in my caffeine in the giveaway, and I missed that one. So thanks so much, Mel. I really appreciate it. I need one for the... Mark Ritardo, can you use anything besides a GoPro in the G6? Well, I mean, you could use any, like, action camera as long as it's in, like, the dimensions of the GoPro. I think this one does have the adapter that you could get, like, the RX0, like the Sony 1-inch, like, action camera looking thing that's... I did a video on it, and I didn't really like it because it's very, very limited for a $700 camera. Doesn't even do 4K unless you've got an external monitor hooked up to it. But I'm sure it's a great camera. It's just not for, like, regular people. It's for, like, production companies that have the money to buy all those expensive accessories to turn it into, like, a little crash cam. But it does do that. It's actually really great. It's a really great little gimbal. So sometimes we do... So there's times where I'm like, man, I don't really want to give this away because it's really great. But I like giving everything away because I don't like... So one of the things, I think it keeps me ethically honest when a company sends me something, I make a video about it, and if I'm like, man, this everyday dad postcard that you could get for a super chat of $5 or more, these are garbage. I mean, these are great. These are the greatest things in sliced bread. Look at how great these are. And then they actually end up being like garbage. At least one person out there is going to be able to call me on it. Or if I'm giving it away, I know, like, it's not like something that I'm going to own forever. Because I don't consider the stuff that I get for the channel, like stuff that people send me, I don't consider that like mine. I consider that stuff like all of ours. Because one of the things that I like about, the everyday dad is I like sharing like the stuff that I'm interested in with you guys. So the only reason I'm able to do this is you guys watch. So I consider this like all of us like benefit from this. It's not just me like, look at how great I am and I've got all this stuff around here. It's not about that at all. It's me sharing what I like with you guys, and hopefully, if you guys aren't watching, there's no companies are going to send me stuff just to be like, man, that Gary guy needs to get sent like this gimbal. We need to send a gimbal to Gary. Gary's for gimbals. I crack myself up sometimes. But no company's like, let's find a Gary to send him stuff. They're like, hey, this guy has an audience. We want to get our stuff in front of that audience. So if it wasn't for the audience, I wouldn't get it, so I give it back to you guys because, like, that's the best way. That's the best way to do it. The basic pilot, you tried that with the Moza Air too. Yeah, I see you guys trying to get the giveaway for the A7 III. I'll fight somebody. Did you guys hear that? That's what we got going on. If you want to take my A7 III, we'll do some fisticuffs. We'll do some good old-fashioned, some good old-fashioned fisticuffs for it. William Kelly, who is Gary? I thought you were Ted. We are both. We are all. We're a shared. We might be crazy. Mark Ritardo, we need gaming chairs. No, we need these green chairs, Mark. The green chairs are what matter. Pineapple. Gary Gadget, your vids expose your true down-to-earth nature. It was these qualities that made me subscribe on the fact that we're both Gary. Well, that's awesome. Well, thanks so much. I do really like... I mean, the whole reason I made the channel was like, hey, I could do this. And there's like 1,000 experts out there. Like, who cares? Like, if you need like, okay, this thing weighs 7.38 ounces and the sensor is it's made by this company and blah, blah, blah. There's 1,000 videos out there that you can watch that do that. And there's value in that. I watch those sometimes. But what I wanted out of a YouTube video was, okay, what does like a regular dude like me, what do I need to know about this thing? I want to start a YouTube channel. What do I need to know about this camera? What should I do? What is good about this? But there's nobody just like saying, hey, here's what's actually going on with it. This is what you should think about. Here's what, like me as a regular person, here's how I do that. There's not very many of those out there. And so I try to do that. And we were talking about this at the, again, I'm talking about the Technically Speaking live stream that I was at this week. They were talking about it like, shoot, I totally just lost my train of thought. Oh, so like this, so I don't consider myself like a how to YouTube channel. Like I don't talk about, hey, you click this button and the algorithm will be happy for you and you got to do this and then this and then this and then you grow a YouTube channel. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to grow a YouTube channel to show that anybody can do it. Like, and I don't necessarily mean just YouTube specifically. I mean any kind of like video production thing. I'm trying to show that like everybody can do it, and I'm trying to do by showing, like by doing it instead of like telling you about it. I'm not there's values in people that tell you how to do it, because I'm sure there are experts out there. There are experts out there, but it's just, that's the whole point, is like I'm trying to like show everybody that everybody can do it. And you know what? I'm already sick of purple. I love this light, by the way. Let's do orange. I'm just trying to be, I haven't gotten to use this thing as much as I want to, so not, orange is gross. We just found out that orange is gross. Let's do green. We'll do green for the green chairs, like Christine was talking about earlier. Let's talk tech. Have I ever used a monopod? I do. I have a monopod. Where's it at? Oh, it's downstairs. I do have a monopod. I have an iFootage Cobra 2 monopod. It's got like little tripod legs, and it's actually pretty neat. You can buy a separate fluid head for it, and that's going to be my conference / convention rig to do like smooth footage. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Armando P. Red something production. Red Bolt Entertainment won the gimbal. Help at home, the everyday dad. Great videos on the SL2. You taught me something I didn't know, that the set button is also the Q button. I never knew that. I just used the touchscreen. Well, oh, that's so awesome. I'm really glad. No, I really like the SL2. For the price, I mean, it is hard to fight against the SL2 for the price. So I got a comment, and I'll respond to the comment when we're done here, about somebody talking about like the G7, the Lumix G7 being a good one too. And that's a good starter camera too. It does 4K. It's pretty much its claim to fame is it does 4K. It's also small. It's mirrorless. It's micro four thirds. That's APS-C, which that just means different sensor sizes. But like even when I used the G7 starting out, I never did 4K on it, because like 4K is not a beginner's thing. Like you don't need a beefy computer, but you need a storage solution that can handle 4K before you really like start diving into it. So I never did 4K on the G7. So if I'm not going to do 4K, might as well be using the SL2, because it's got the great autofocus. I wish it had more slow motion, but I mean, at the price, that's just it. It's got the microphone in. It's got autofocus. It does 1080p. There's not really much else you need to make great video. I mean, you can make great video on your phone, but if you want something a little more like depthy, like if you want a little more like image quality, it's pretty great. William Kelly, can't you program the light? I don't think I can program the light. It's a very basic light, but I was surprised at how expensive these RGB lights are. I got this one used. I buy a lot of my stuff used, by the way. My A7 III is used. What else is used? That light is used. My action cameras are used. Well, the GoPros aren't, because I had to buy those new. The RX100 Mark, I guess, I used to have a lot of used stuff. All this stuff was used at one point. Man. Wow, you got me thinking now. The basic pilot, am I still using the Atomos? No, I got rid of the Atomos Ninja Inferno because it was so darn big. It's like a 7-inch monitor. I do have the Atomos Ninja 5. I've had it on pre-order for like 2 months now, and it was supposed to be out in July. Now, it looks like if you check B&H websites, they say it'll be out in September, so here's hoping. Because what I would like to do is to be able to shoot my video straight onto an SD card and then edit, or not SD, a solid state drive, and then edit from that solid state drive. Oh, it would be so awesome. That would be so awesome. Or it was awesome the one video I did it. Now it'll be awesome again in a smaller package than the huge Ninja. For like, I can't bring that thing anywhere. Like, if you're doing professional stuff, then yes, the Atomos Ninja Inferno is, But if you're just a guy filming yourself, it's already, people are like, why does that guy have a camera? What's that weirdo doing with a camera, and why does he have all this gear? And they get weirded out. And when I have the huge monitor, they're like, what is he doing? So I try to run as small as possible. Let's talk life. SL2 or M50? I would probably personally take the M50 just because I like how it's so, like, it is shockingly small. The image quality is about the same. The M50 does have a better image processor, and it's got the Digic 8, I think it's called. So it does have a better imaging processor, and I think the image quality is very similar between both. Yeah, the M50. I really liked the M50. I really liked the SL2, but I really liked the M50, like a lot. The Everyday Boy, is Drone Flight Friday coming back? It is not, just because it's just too hard to fly drones here. I will still make drone videos. I'm still going to get the new DJI drone, but it's just too hard for me to fly drones every week to be able to do that. Photo Gear Fun, the SL2 may be the best all-around budget DSLR for content creators. I totally agree. I am still just shocked at how good it is. Like I've got the A5100. I've got the A5100. I really like the A5100. It's like a mini Sony camera that does great stuff. But if it had an audio in jack, if it only had audio in, it would be so much better. Like, that's just such a handicap. But like my RX100 doesn't have a microphone in jack either. I don't mind like using my my Zoom H1, my Zoom recorder. I don't mind recording audio off camera. But it's so much easier just to record it on camera because I just set the settings in the camera and it's just good and I know it's fine. It's frustrating when it's not. Help at home, I noticed the budget Sony's like the A5100 and even the A6500 only have 1080p at 60 frames per second. The A6500 has 1080p at 120 frames per second, but it's pretty rough. Like, it's not very good. Like, it gets really, like, the image is not great, but it can do 1080p at 120 frames per second. Even the A6300 can do that, and I used to use it a lot. I've been using slow motion a whole lot more recently. Like the 1080p 240 frames per second out of the RX100 Mark V Alpha it's so good. It is wonderful, and that's where like all the close-ups of products have been going on recently. It's not macro, but it's pretty darn close. It's really, really, really great. Really great. Daniel Baldry, you've probably gone by now, but thanks for swinging by. Let me see here. Veggie Powered, will you do a review of the Note 9 of the Galaxy Watch? I had the Note 9 pre-ordered. Like, I pre-ordered the pre-order, but then I decided not to get it because it's like $1,000, and then DJI is releasing something like next week, and then Nikon's releasing a mirrorless camera, and then Canon's going to release a mirrorless camera, so I'm prioritizing those and not the Note 9. I may get the Note 9 at some point in the future, but not right now. I will not be. Not right now. Chris, Tennessee James, is the Canon T5i still worth having it? Yeah, I mean, if you've got one, I'm sure it's great. It's a Canon DSLR APS-C sensor. It's not going to have the good autofocus, unfortunately. It's an older, I think they have the contrast-based autofocus because it wasn't until the 70D where they started coming out with the dual-pixel autofocus. So you'll have to work to autofocus it a bit. But there's a lot of good cameras out there that don't have great autofocus. Like the GH5 is one of my favorite cameras ever and has terrible autofocus. The Otaku Dad, I bought my A6300 and upgraded to the A6500 for in-body stabilization. Yeah, I personally prefer the 6300 over the 6500 just because if you shoot in 4K, the rear screen dims a lot and it makes it kind of unusable for what I like using the camera for. But I used an A6300 for months. It was probably the camera I've used the longest. So it probably goes because I used the G7 from maybe March of 2017 to the G9, then the G9 for like a month, and then the A6300 till the A7 III, and it's been a great learning experience. The A7 III though, I've been thinking of, I'm like, oh, I could do so much more if I could get, if I sold the A7 III and got some lesser quality cameras, because like image quality here is not the most important thing on YouTube, by the way, but man, I just cannot bring I've been emotionally attached to two pieces of gear so far in this channel. The Spark, I'm emotionally attached to the Spark, and the A7 III. So I bought the A7 III, like I got one of the original ones, and then I sold it because I was like, oh, I don't need this expensive camera. Who needs a big full-frame camera? And then I missed it, and I was able to snag another one used like a month later, thankfully. But I love the A7 III. I love it. Adam's exploit question: is there a certain time when compact cameras go on sale? Most of the ones recommended here are pushing $600. Yeah, I would either look for a good used deal on like Adorama or B&H. I find a lot of good like used deals there. Or if you wait around to like Black Friday. Black Friday is generally when they do the Black Friday and Cyber Monday, they'll do the big like online discounts. Like last year, you could have gotten a G7 with 2 lenses, I think, for like $500. Pretty darn good deal. Pretty darn good deal. Democro, I hope the A6700 is going to be legendary. So what? And I try to think about this, like what, even like the A7S III, like what could Sony give us that would make me want to switch away from the A7 III? A full HDMI port would be great. A flip-out screen would be really awesome, but yeah, I've kind of just gotten used to not having it. 4K 60 would be okay, but I mean, what would make me switch from the A7? Because here's the thing, like, I don't, like, why would they release an A6700? I could see, like, maybe an A5300 where they update the old 5000 series, but, like, when you, the A6500 is already, like, pushing $1,400. You could save up a little more, like $600 more and get the A7 III, which I think the A7 III is light years ahead of the A6500. So they can't make it too expensive because they've released this. I mean, it's not actually budget, but in the world of full-frame mirrorless full-frame cameras in general, this is a budget option. And they've made this budget behemoth, and it's really hard to, like what else can you do? You've kind of you've put everything good into a reasonably priced package. I don't know. I do not know. Okay, we're coming up at 56 minutes. We'll do 5 more minutes. If you have any last final questions, we'll do that. Don't forget, next week, and if you don't follow me on Twitter, you should follow me on Twitter to like keep up to date on all the good things happening on the channel. We'll be doing the live stream on Twitch next week just because we're going to do an experiment. We're going to do some data experimentation. So follow me on Twitch if you haven't already. We'll get that set up. That'll be where we live stream next week. And, if you have any final questions, we'll do that. And if you want to do if there's any last-minute super chats you want to do to get your very own magnet for the week, you can do that now. WG Brown, I really enjoyed the Sparks videos, too. I really enjoyed making those Spark videos. I really enjoyed it. I really appreciate it. One of the things that I do with the channel is, like, I only make videos about things that I'm, like, interested in, or like, I just make the videos for fun. I mean, it's awesome that the channel's growing and it has a budget of itself, but I just make the videos for fun because, like, there are times, like, we just came off of, like, a 90 days of, like, shrinking and, like, not growing, and, like, those are dark times. And if you're only in it, like, to grow and you hit, like, 90 days of, like, not growing, that sucks. So you got to do it because you really enjoy doing it. Democro flip-out touchscreen fully with 31 megapixels, but maybe less price for A6700. If the A6700 has a full HDMI, a flip screen, built-in ND filter, that would make me switch. Because I think the Sony APS-C sensor is one of the best sensors out there. Got great lenses. They got those Sigma Prime lenses that are, they're so good. What else? Like, I really would like a full HDMI cable. I really would like the flip-out screen. I mean, whatever they release, I'll probably get just to do it. That's what I'll be doing. Help at home. What is your budget 4K choice below the A7 III, but not cropped like the M50? The A6300. The A6300 all day long. You can find one of those for like $700, like used. The A6300, it does have an overheating problem, but since you do all your stuff inside anyway, you probably won't run into that as much. But I love the A63. I use that for months. It's a fantastic little camera. The autofocus is on point. Colors are you'll have to mess around with the color profile a little bit. It's pretty good. Adam's Exploit $2. Thanks for answering my questions. Absolutely. I try to answer as many questions as I can. Obviously, as the channel gets bigger, it gets harder for like me as an individual to answer everybody, but I do try my best, and I really appreciate the super chat. But yeah, A6300. If you're looking for a budget 4K camera that is usable, that's probably the best. In my opinion, in my humble personal opinion. Review the new DJI LaCie hard drive. I was going to, and that's something out of CES that I was really excited about. And I just kind of forgot about it, so maybe I'll have to look back into that. Diego Recalde, are you making a new GoPro Hero 6 soon? I probably won't be making. I won't make a new Hero 6. I probably won't do that, but I'm sure there will be a new GoPro. I've heard rumors of like a GoPro Hero 7, but again, like, what are you gonna do? Like, what are you gonna be able to put into it to make it worth getting like past the Hero 6? Red Bull Entertainment, am I ever gonna get the DJI Ronin S? That was another CES thing that I was really excited about, and I would love to have one, but what would I what would I use it for? So I'm also trying to balance the like buying stuff to make the videos versus buying stuff to talk about in the videos. And one of the benefits of being a guy that talks about video is I can kind of like dual hat, where I talk about the A7 III, I talk about the stuff that I use to make the videos a lot. And I would love to check out the Ronin S, but I don't really use the gimbals that much. I use a Moza Air. Like personally, I have a Moza Air that I use, and it's okay, but I never use like gimbals enough to justify purchasing them. Unfortunately, I use this little like roller skate slider thing. That's the thing that I use the most to get like smooth shots. Michelle B, $10. Love this channel. Well, thanks so much. I really appreciate it. But yeah, I don't. If they sent me one, I would definitely review. But I doubt I'm just gonna go out and buy one for that. I doubt that I'll do that. We need to make some more action. We haven't made enough action camera videos recently. We need to get back on that. There's like Stan Cook was telling me about an action camera I still need to get. There's always the Yi 4K Plus. We got to check out the Yi 4K, the Garmin Verb. There's lots of action cameras out there, and I need to start making, because my favorite videos to make are action camera videos, because it's like an excuse for me to go out and ride my mountain bike, and any excuse I get to go out and ride my mountain bike is a good day. That is always the best day. Daisy Duke, shout out to Hazard Jagboy. That's a weird name. Like Hazard Jagboy, like a judge advocate general boy. I think you have to be more grown up to be a judge advocate general. The basic pilot Canon color is better, yeah, but I really like the A6300. I think it. Yeah, there's some weird things where if you don't mess with the colors a bit, you can end up having like, it looks like you have black eyes. Like I had like 2 months where my eyes looked like they were black the whole time. And yeah. All right, everybody. So, hey, it's been an hour. Thanks, everybody, for showing up. If you super chatted for $5 or more, make sure you get me your address so we can send out those magnets. Congratulations again to Red Bolt Entertainment for winning the Moza Air. I need to get with you so I can ship this out to you finally. Thank goodness it's leaving. And don't forget that next week the live stream will be on Twitch. And we'll go from there. So thanks, everybody, for coming out for, I don't know if they're asleep, but they're probably not going to be here in a second, the Pillars of Upholstery. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. I will see you guys next week, the same time, and we'll go from there. So thanks, everybody. See you soon. Have a great